Like that scene where he was in the car and he was ducking under, he was like looking at the goodies, between the legs. I was like, yeah, Tommy, that's what you need to focus on. Okay, the hell with Jason. You know what I mean? But then again, as long as you're not fucking, Jason won't fuck with you. And here's the review. Alright, y'all. So in light of Friday the 13th, I figured it'd be appropriate to review my personal favorite Friday the 13th movie, and that is Jason Lives. That's right. I have love for all the Friday the 13th movies, except for Part 5 and just Part 5. And before y'all go to talking shit, listen, Part 5 I did not like because it was not Jason. It was a Jason copycat, so that one should not count. Jason Lives is the follow-up to Part 5, and I feel like the reason why that movie existed and why we got more after that was because it was damage control for a new beginning. What the hell were they thinking? Well, why would you do a Friday the 13th movie and Jason not even in the bitch? Did you not learn from Season of the Witch where they ain't put Michael Myers in that bitch? And they, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But yo, I'm glad Part 5 happened because now we got the best. All right, this is the beginning. Who's this calling me? This is the beginning of Zombie Jason. So this takes place, like I said, after Part 5, and Tommy Jarvis, who's now fully grown, still having nightmares about Jason, can't shake this motherfucker off. How do I get him off my mind? I got it. I'm gonna go to his grave site. I'm gonna make sure he's dead. Dig up his casket and take not a pitchfork. What's that shit called? A spike thingy and finish the job. But what he does is he resurrects him. Why is she calling me twice? So what he does is instead he resurrects Jason because a bolt of lightning comes down, strikes it, and boom, like Frankenstein, Jason's back to life. He's no longer mutant Jason, now he's zombie mutant Jason, which is double trouble, okay? So even though this is the beginning of zombie Jason, but he's still kind of old school Jason because he still chases people in this movie. This is before he started teleporting in future movies. And what I like about this one is the fact that it didn't take itself too seriously. This is a slasher movie, but it's a slasher movie that's self-aware, that knows how silly it is. From the opening, when Jason comes out and they have the whole 007 James Bond opening, I thought that was brilliant, and that just sets the tone for what this movie is. A fun popcorn slasher movie. I think that if any filmmaker wants to get into the horror genre and they want to start making slasher films, this is 101. This is, not saying this is the greatest of all time, but I feel like this is one of the ones that you can really learn from and say, like, okay, this is how you do a slasher movie right. Because if you look at like Terrifier 2, and some of the new age slasher joints, they kind of copied from this one a little bit. Yeah, I forgot to mention this also. There's two Jasons in this movie because the first time you see him, he's kind of buff, but kind of, like athletically built. And then the paintball scene, you see him walking, I'm like, okay, Jason was just cut up he was shredded like a Julian salad before, and now he done got into his Fat Thor phase, which I can relate to. I'm still in my Fat Thor phase, but I'm like, damn, they didn't even try to hide that was a different nigga, man. Like he had rolls and shit, and stomach was kind of flopping over. Like Jason, Jason had like one too many Big Macs, man. But then he got back fit again by the end of the movie. That's how he was able to fold the brother in half, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jay's been working out, killing motherfuckers. So yeah, this movie was just fun. And the thing about it was what separates this from the previous movies, because, all right, besides Jason Lives, Final Chapter is the best one. I don't think nobody would deny that. I think Final Chapter and this one are like the two best of the Friday the 13th movies. But the thing about Final Chapter is like Jason really doesn't start doing a lot of killing until like the last act of the movie. You know what I mean? And then now and then, like he'll sporadically, take somebody out, turn somebody's head sideways. But in this one here, it's like throughout. At least to me, that's what it felt like. I don't know, I could be wrong. I gotta watch them back to back. But it just seemed like throughout this film, it's a new kill, an inventive kill, you know what I'm saying? A unique and creative kill. And I was here for it. I had fun with this movie. And even the kills here, even compared to Final Chapter, which he fucked people up in that movie, don't get me wrong. But come on, in this one here, he took a dude and like broke him in half. My favorite one, for some reason, I laugh at this one, is when he took the girl and threw her through the window, right? And she's like hanging over it, and he comes back, grabs her, and then snatches her back in. What he did to her after that, I do not know. Maybe like Shannon Sharpe, should have recorded the shit. Too soon. That was a bad joke. I love that one. And then the one where he took the girl's head and put her through the mirror, and it goes out through the other wall. while your boy's driving and that one song is playing. I want to say, was that Alice Cooper? That Frankenstein song or whatever, you know what I mean? This one also pairs him up with like his rival, like, you know, like Freddy had Nancy, Michael Myers had Laurie Strode, okay? So Tommy Jarvis is like the final girl, but a dude, you know? He, like, him and Jason have history. He killed Jason in the fourth movie, so this is like a return bout, okay? The rematch to the previous movie. And then the way it ended where he's hanging from the chain, he's trying to get out, and then I think to this day, like, they have like a Jason like doll or whatever hanging at the bottom of Crystal Lake with the chain and everything. You can go check it out if you want to, you know what I mean? So yeah. Now, not to go on and on, where am I at right now? Yeah, so not to go on and on, I love this movie. This is a return to form for Friday the 13th. Oh, and I gotta mention too, the girl in here, what's her name? Okay, the chick that Tommy was getting with. Cause yo, I don't know about y'all, but anybody that watch this movie, man, especially watching it now, I'm like, yo, Tommy just need to get some ass. Like, Tommy's just so obsessed with Jason. He's just like super serious. Like he's in Kyle Reese mode, right? But I'm like, dude, just you know, drop that for a minute. You know, calm your nerves, smoke a little herb, and get some ass. And perfect candidate, I think her name was Megan. Megan was bad. Like, even back then, back in the day, I was kind of lusting over Megan. But watching it now, I'm like, yo, Megan can get it. Twice on Sunday, like that scene where he was in the car and he was ducking under, he was like looking at the goodies, you know, between the legs. I was like, yeah, Tommy, that's what you need to focus on. Okay, the hell with Jason, you know what I mean? But then again, as long as you're not fucking, Jason won't fuck with you. So in these movies, see, I'll be fine. See, I ain't getting none right now. So see, Jason have no reason to fuck with me. Because I ain't getting shit right now. But man, if you tagging ass, if you clapping cheeks, yeah, like right now, like, yeah, Shannon Sharp would be done. Another Shannon Sharp joke. All right, let me leave that brother alone, man. Let me leave that brother alone, man. Hey, that's it. That's my little mini review on Jason Lives Friday the 13th, Part 6. And also, this is, I think, before the MPAA really stepped in and started fucking with these movies, because the next one after that, New Blood, man, when I say that they watered down the kills so bad, and I heard there's a version out there where they actually showed the kills in their totality, but the MPAA made them cut it for theatrical release, where as soon as Jason's about to do some shit, they cut away to something else. And I'm like, that, even back then, it pissed me off. So this was before they did all that. This is when Jason was still raw and dirty and grimy and just didn't care how he fucked you up. You know what I mean? So even though Freddy's my personal favorite slasher of all time, but yo, Jason is like, yo, okay, kind of like how Stone Cold Steve Austin is my favorite wrestler, but you gotta put the Undertaker in there too. You gotta put Undertaker in that GOAT debate, because he's just that badass. That's kind of how I feel, man. Like, Freddy's like my Stone Cold and Jason's like my Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? Two GOATs. That's it, and that's all. So, yo, what y'all think about Jason Lives? What's your favorite Friday the 13th movie? Comment freely below. Let me know what you thought. If you like it, dig this content, hit that like and subscribe, notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.